For 5 years, Clara thought she'd found her person. Marcus Rivers was dependable, kind, and just the right amount of mysterious. They met at a startup networking event in Seattle. She was there reluctantly, tagging along with a friend. He was effortlessly charming, with a quiet confidence and a job in international logistics that sounded boring but stable. Clara wasn't looking for love that night, but somehow there it was sitting across from her with a whiskey sour and dimples. They moved in together after a year. He proposed on their third anniversary during a weekend getaway in Oregon. It was quiet, intimate, and he cried when she said yes. Marcus traveled for work. Not constantly, but enough. Maybe once a month, sometimes for a week or more. Always to Latin American port cities, he'd explain, where customs and shipping protocols apparently required his in-person presence. His stories never quite made sense, but they made just enough sense. And Marcus always brought back something: a woven bracelet from Panama, coffee beans from Guatemala, a miniature hand-painted boat from Colombia. Souvenirs, tokens, proof. But looking back, Clara realized now they were props. There were red flags, of course. Hindsight is great like that. He hated social media, claimed he didn't even have a Facebook account, said it was because of his job, high-value shipments, privacy concerns, all very classified sounding. He didn't want Clara tagging him or posting details. Just trying to keep work and personal life separate, he'd say, kissing her forehead. She thought he was just old-fashioned, or maybe introverted. Things began to unravel after they set a wedding date. Clara was excited, maybe too excited. She wanted a big wedding, not extravagant, just meaningful. Marcus, strangely, seemed reluctant, kept suggesting they elope, kept pushing back the timeline, said work was hectic, said his passport needed renewing, said a million little things that didn't add up. But Clara was in love. Deep, unrelenting, blinding love. Then came the weekend that changed everything. Marcus's cousin, Julian, came to town unexpectedly. They'd planned a surprise engagement dinner at Clara's favorite Italian place, but Julian turned it into something else entirely. After 2 martinis, he started talking about Marcus's other world. "You're the Seattle fiancé," he blurted out. Clara laughed at first, thought he was joking, until he added, he always liked to keep a foothold in both places. "What's it been now, 5 years?" She asked what he meant. He brushed it off. "Just teasing. You know how Marcus is." She did. Or she thought she did. Clara told Marcus about the comment later. He was furious at Julian. Claimed his cousin was unstable, had a history of addiction, always stirring the pot. It sounded plausible. Again. But now something in Clara shifted. She began to pay attention. Every time Marcus left for work, he packed the same battered olive duffel. Never let her touch it. Always unpacked it himself. Washed everything immediately. Claimed he didn't want her to deal with the smell of port cities. Then, one day, he forgot his phone charger. Clara went to his home office drawer to find a spare and found something else instead. A second phone charger, not for his iPhone, but for a Huawei. Marcus didn't own a Huawei. Her hands trembled as she searched deeper. Tucked beneath a stack of outdated shipping forms, she found a receipt handwritten in Spanish. Jewelry store, Mexico City, a ring purchase, 2 years ago. There was also a photo, old and slightly crumpled. A photo booth strip. Marcus, grinning, arms around a woman Clara had never seen before. She was laughing. They looked close, comfortable, familiar, intimate. That night, Clara didn't sleep. She smiled through his return, thanked him for the leather wallet he brought her. Handmade by an old man in Veracruz, supposedly. And then waited until he fell asleep. Then she opened his laptop. It was locked, but she knew the passcode. A mix of their initials and his mother's birthday. She'd picked it out. There was nothing incriminating on the desktop, but when she checked the browser history, she found something odd. Recent logins to an email account she didn't recognize. m.ramos87@correo.mx. It wasn't hard to guess the password. Marcus wasn't as clever as he liked to think. What she found was worse than anything she'd imagined. Emails, hundreds of them, all between him and a woman named Sofia Ramos. Her tone was warm, familiar, devoted. She referred to him as Amor, told him their son missed him, sent pictures, videos. Yes, son. Sophia and Marcus, or Mateo, as he apparently went by with her, had a child. A boy named Leo, 2 years old with Marcus's eyes and Sophia's cheekbones. In one email, Sophia had written, Leo's first soccer game is this Sunday. Wish you were here. He asked about Papa today. Clara sat frozen, the glow of the screen illuminating the shattering of her world. And then she took screenshots, all of it, every email, every photo, every thread. She found scanned documents, a Mexican marriage license, a lease agreement for an apartment in Coyoacan signed by Marcus, or rather, Mateo Elias Ramos. He had married Sophia 2.5 years ago while living with Clara. And just like that, Clara went from fiancé to accessory, decoy, backup plan. No, she was the lie. Even worse, in an email to Sophia, Marcus had written, My sister Clara's still having a rough time. I need to be there for her a bit longer until we can sort out her care plan. Sister. Mentally unstable, according to him. Delusional, fragile. That's how he explained her presence, her existence. The rage was slow, burning, and bottomless. Clara didn't confront him, not right away. She played normal. Let him kiss her forehead. Let him make her coffee. Let him hum in the kitchen while texting his secret family. She needed a plan. The next day, Clara pulled every receipt, contract, and photo of their life together. Engagement ring receipts, vacation snapshots, the wedding guest list spreadsheet. She collected it all and stored it in a secure drive. She emptied her half of their joint savings, just under $12,000, money they'd saved for their honeymoon. She wasn't letting him buy diapers for his other life with her money. She dug deeper. Through one of the email threads, she found Sophia's personal Gmail, a clean, unconnected channel. Clara created a new email address and crafted a single message. Sophia, I don't know you, but I believe we've both been lied to. Please look at the attachments. I have more if you want to talk. Clara. She attached 3 images. One of her and Marcus from their engagement shoot. One of their lease agreement. One of the ring on her finger. Sophia responded within hours. The call came at 1:13 a.m. Clara didn't answer right away. She couldn't. Her hands were shaking. When she did, there was silence at first, then a voice. Accented, cautious, trembling. You're his fiancé? Clara took a breath. I was. They talked for nearly 2 hours. Sophia was heartbroken, but not naive. She asked detailed questions. Birthmarks, tattoos, his allergy to shellfish, his favorite midnight snack. Every answer Clara gave confirmed the worst. Then came the coordination. Sophia wasn't content with just knowing. She wanted exposure, justice, closure. They agreed to meet in Seattle. Sophia would fly up with Leo and her brother Diego. She wanted to look Marcus in the eye when the truth came out. She wanted his mother, the woman who adored Clara and referred to her as future daughter-in-law, to hear it all. The trap was set. Marcus worked in a shared office downtown. His mother, Helena, ran operations on the ground floor. Perfect access. No security barriers. Just enough witnesses. On the day of the reckoning, Clara dressed carefully, neutrally. She didn't want dramatics, she wanted facts. She met Sophia and Diego at a cafe across from the office. Leo was asleep in a stroller. Sophia looked composed. Furious, yes, but dignified. Steel beneath silk. They walked into the building together. Clara asked to speak with Helena. It's a family matter, she said. Helena greeted them, smiling at first, until she saw Sophia and the child. Then the smile vanished. Clara handed her a folder. Marriage certificate, baby photos, emails, proof. She read in silence, then picked up her desk phone. Send Marcus to conference room 2, now. When Marcus walked in and saw them all, Clara, Sophia, Leo, Diego, and his mother, something in him buckled. His face went white. His mouth opened, but no words came. And then Sophia stood up, held Leo in her arms, looked Marcus dead in the eye, and said, "How do you explain your sister having our wedding ring on her finger?"